Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna do a reading. We're gonna get straight into it. Let's see what's going on today. Keep in mind it's general. It can be past, present, future. You will know best where this fits in the timeline for you, okay? And how this fits. So let's see here, guys. Tell me, divine angels, the spirits that are watching over the collective, what's your message today for the collective? What's your message today? Let's see what's happening here. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Magician at the bottom. I forgot to clean my camera. Sorry. All right, the Eight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like, okay, so it looks like there's some sort of rejection and love here. Someone is rejecting someone. Somebody doesn't have romantic feelings for someone. This is unrequited love, okay? We have a Queen of Wands here. We have someone walking away, leaving something behind, leaving behind unrequited love, I guess, rejecting some sort of an offer here, and poverty, lack, feeling alone, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold and alone and broke, okay? So let's see what this is here. Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse here for the collective? Why is the Knight of Cups in reverse here? The Magician and Death. Okay, so there's an ending, a permanent ending here. The World, a permanent ending. There's a cycle that's completely over. Permanent ending, it's over, there's no coming back from it, okay? This is a closed cycle, closed chapter. Eight of Cups, somebody walking away. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands, please. The Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. This is someone that feels left out in the cold, feels abandoned, feels broke, possibly, okay? In some sort of lack. Like they don't have anything, they don't have money, they don't have anyone, maybe. The Tower. Okay. So something here was a shock, I guess. Something here was very shocking. Sudden and shocking, possibly. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. The Two of Wands, the choice that someone made to leave. The Page of Wands. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so when someone made this choice to walk away and to leave something, they weren't sad about it. They weren't sad. Somebody knew that they wanted to walk away and leave, and they were fine with that. They were not sad about that decision at all. So maybe this is someone that knew they didn't love someone anymore, okay? There was no love, there was no... This was unrequited love. It wasn't reciprocated. So when someone walked away, they weren't sad about it. What's the Five of Pentacles? It's like someone had already closed off emotionally. This is kind of like when you leave after you've already emotionally left a long time ago, right? So sometimes people don't leave immediately. They like internally shut themselves down, and then when they leave, they're not even sad anymore because they've already processed it, basically. Strength. The Fool. Yeah, but I feel like for whoever this Queen of Wands is, they didn't process it. Like for them, it could have came as a shock in some sort of way, right? For them, it was shocking. Because whoever this person was that left the Queen of Wands behind, because that's what I just feel in the energy, okay? With the Tower being here under the Queen of Wands, it's like someone here had already processed the ending. They already knew they weren't going back when they left. They were already disconnected. They weren't sad about it. But someone here else was blindsided, okay? The Tower, someone else was blindsided here. The Seven of Cups, yeah. I feel like whoever this person is was confused. They were left confused about someone's new beginning. While this Queen of Wands felt like they had been left alone. They had been left in poverty. They were left just feeling abandoned in some sort of way. The other person was already having a new beginning, and it could have left whoever this Queen of Wands is feeling very confused, okay? Right. So tell me more about this Knight of Cups in reverse, please. The Hammer. Yeah, there was no working on this, fixing it repetitively, okay? So something was over. Somebody did not love someone. Somebody did not want to be with this person. There was no emotion there, okay? And I feel like the Queen of Wands is the one that wanted to work on things. They wanted to rebuild something here, but there was no reciprocation whatsoever. Something was just over. No, something was not permanent. Something was not permanent. There was no endurance here, no stability. Or maybe this person wanted to work on something because they lacked a feeling of stability and security, which is this Five of Pentacles. It's feeling alone, feeling like you don't have something stable. You're in lack. You lost everything, okay? You have nothing permanent in your life, no one around you. So maybe that's why they wanted to work on something again, okay? What's this Magician? It's giving me codependency, honestly. Okay, because if you want to work on something with someone, just because you feel abandoned, just because you feel broke, just because you feel like you're lacking all of a sudden, you feel lonely, you don't have anyone around you, someone doesn't even really want you, they've already walked away from you, they've detached from you emotionally, but you still want to work on it. I mean, that for me is absolute codependency. Okay, what's Death? The Page of Swords. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, somebody communicating about, or some sort of information regarding how much they've already put into something, and they've already spent so much time here, they've been investing in something for so long. It's even giving me like, look, something is over. But whoever this Queen of Wands is the kind of person that thinks, well, I don't want to let go of it because I've already spent so much time here, right? I've already been here for so long. I don't want to start over. I don't want to lose everything that I've worked for. It's like they're not living in the present moment of what is actually here. What do we actually have? What is going on in the present? What is the emotion that is being expressed here? What are the feelings? What is the bond? It's like it doesn't even matter. The only thing this person is seeing is, but I've already spent so much time here. I've already put so much work into it. I don't want to let it go because of the time. It feels like letting something go or accepting an ending would mean that they accept that they lost time, or that all that time was for nothing. And sometimes that's just how it is. It doesn't mean when something ends that the time doesn't mean anything anymore, or that it was, for nothing. It just means that it's expired. Like something is just past its expiration date, and we have to accept that, right? Okay, so tell me about this Five of Pentacles here, Queen of Wands, Justice. Okay, so the High Priestess in reverse and Justice. It's like this person wants justice. They want justice for what exactly? I don't know. For feeling abandoned, for feeling like they've been left behind, for feeling like somebody left them and now they're alone. They want to feel some sort of, I want justice for this. But it's like, the justice would be when you pick yourself up again and you keep moving forward and you heal yourself and you work on your own self-worth and you find purpose in life that goes beyond being in this relationship. You redefine yourself. You go back into your own creative pursuits. You reinvent yourself. You figure out what do I want to do now? Like, what is my purpose from here on out? Going through the healing process, feeling better again, letting go of the past, accepting why it ended, learning to let go of it, learning the lessons that you were supposed to learn, and then that's your justice. That's your justice. Is when you find yourself again after something ends, okay? That's justice. wanting to have justice, but also not listening to their intuition here, okay, about something. Wanting to take action because I feel like I've been wronged. I feel like you wronged me by leaving. It's basically saying, like, it's basically telling the universe that you are entitled, you feel like you are entitled to other people staying in your life permanently, and you feel like you should be able to dictate if someone stays or leaves, and if they don't, then you have the right, you feel like it's justified to get revenge, and that's wrong. The best revenge is when you work on yourself. The best revenge is you finding back to yourself, okay, and working on your own self-worth, because I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, whatever this breakup was with this Queen of Wands, it must have really made them feel very insecure, okay? Feeling abandoned, left out, left in the cold, feeling left behind. It did something to their self-worth. So justice would be, fine, I don't need you. I'm not going to allow you to make me feel like I'm not good enough, okay? I'm going to pick myself up, and, I wasn't abandoned, it just didn't work out, but what is my purpose now? Where do I go from here, okay? But not everybody's on that level, I guess, right? So how did this person want justice? We cannot force people to stay. We can't force people to commit to us. We can't. We cannot force people, to not walk away. We are in charge of this feeling of, how do we feel? And like I said, this person gives me heavy codependency, because if you are someone that is secure in who you are and your purpose and your path, and you're not making yourself codependent on another person to carry you through, if that person were to leave, you wouldn't, feel like now your crutch is gone and you can't make it on your own, and feel like this scorn for someone taking away your stability, because that just shows me that this person is not stable within themselves. Okay, they don't have this level of stability and security. If they feel like someone walking out on them takes that away, you should always feel secure enough in yourself to know that even if someone were to walk away, you will be fine. You will be okay. Okay, you don't need to take revenge out on someone else because they left you alone. If you feel like you're only stable and secure because you're latching onto someone else, that's an issue. That's a problem. You should never allow yourself to be that codependent on someone, because there is no guarantee for how someone else feels or how someone else treats you, okay? Yeah. And even in this kind of an energy, if you're this codependent on someone, they will treat you however the fuck they want to treat you. They will disrespect you. They'll walk all over you. They won't even want to be with you. Knight of Cups in reverse. They won't even show you any kind of love, adoration, or affection. They won't cherish you, nothing, no value. But because you're codependent on them, you accept it, you tolerate it, as long as they don't leave you alone. That's something this person really needs to look at, okay? A relationship evolving to the next phase. This is why they wanted revenge, because they want the relationship back, healing the inner child. So this person has an inner child wounding here when it comes to abandonment, fear of being alone, feeling abandoned by others, okay? So this breakup, the truth, yeah, clarity, truth, revelation. This Queen of Wands has an abandonment wound, okay? And I feel like it was triggered with this breakup. And what they were supposed to do is work on that feeling of abandonment, because nobody can abandon you if you feel secure enough in yourself. If I don't know. I'm not a therapist, man. I'm not a psychologist. I can only speak from my own experience, okay, and what I have garnered on my journey, I guess you could say. But, this is someone that is not taking accountability for the fact that they have an abandonment wound. Not Not everyone, a lot of people do, but not everyone walks around with an abandonment wound, okay? Some people have one, they've healed it more than others, but this is someone that wants justice for feeling like they were abandoned. Again, it's not really anyone else's problem or anyone else's responsibility to heal you or save you from your wounds. That is codependency. Again, it's like expecting someone else, expecting a person to come in and save you from yourself because you cannot function and you do not feel secure enough to do it yourself, okay? What's a Tower? Introspection in reverse. Wow, literally what I just said. Self-image in reverse. Relationships reflect our wounds. Blowing my mind, Spirit. Thank you, Angel. Thank you for blowing my mind again with this card. Yeah, and look at the bottom of the deck, codependent. Relationships reflect our wounds in reverse. Introspection reverse. It's like they refuse to acknowledge that this is mirroring something back to them about themselves. That this whole relationship reflects the wound of codependency or feeling abandoned or feeling the need to put a relationship in this void that they feel on the inside because someone a long time ago in their previous teenage, childhood, or maybe even past life, I don't know, someone in the past created the wound of abandonment, made them feel abandoned on this earth alone, made them feel like they've been left here alone. And the way that I feel like this person processed it is by seeking out a relationship where they felt like this person, now I'm not alone. Now I'm not abandoned anymore. Now I'll never have to be alone again. Now I filled the void, okay? Someone else abandoned me, and now I found someone who will never abandon me and make me feel lonely again. That is, that's dangerous because you basically just opened yourself up to just, opening the scab over and over and over again. It's healthier to, if you feel like you have this wound of abandonment or feeling alone or feeling like you've been left alone on this earth with no one to help you, the best thing that you can do is to build yourself up to make you feel like you are that anchor. You are that stability. You are here talking to yourself and making sure that no one will ever leave you. And that is one thing I did when I was in therapy. I don't know why I'm just thinking about this, but I went into some sort of hypnosis, and they made me talk to myself as a child. Okay, they did. And it's about the inner child healing. It's about making, going towards that child, and you talking to yourself, telling yourself basically I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to take care of you. I'm always going to make sure that you feel safe. I'm always going to make sure nothing happens to you. You learning to take care of yourself that way. Okay. No one's going to abandon you. I'm always here. You build that anchor and that stability within yourself, because then it really does not matter who comes and goes. Okay. You will never feel abandoned again. Because, you also have to realize it's just the flow of life. We can't glue people to us and think they're going to stay forever. It's just not realistic. The divorce rate, look at the divorce rate these days. I mean, nothing is sacred, or what's it called? Yeah, sacred anymore, right? The sanctity of marriage. Where has it gone? I mean, but they don't want to see this. They don't want to look at this abandonment wound. And I find it really concerning that it's here with justice, because I can tell that they have this energy of, I want justice for feeling abandoned, but you can only give that to yourself. That is making yourself a victim, expecting someone to come save you. I want justice for this. I want someone else to step in and make me feel better. I want someone to step in and make me feel like I'm not alone in being abandoned. I don't want to have to do it myself. I need someone else to come do it for me because I need justice for this, for what was done. Someone please come and help me. That's what this is, okay? So what's this 8 of Cups? The 4 of Cups. Yeah, it's someone who really did not process at all that someone had already walked away, detached emotionally, wasn't even in the building. I mean, maybe someone's body was like physically there, but like someone's heart and emotions was already out the door, okay? And this person, you know, they just rejected this. It's like, I don't believe it. Like, no. Like, they're still feeling scorned. I mean, the 4 of Cups is all about feeling resentment, feeling a grudge, holding a grudge, not being able to let go. And I feel like what they're not able to let go of is this permanent feeling inside of them of, I've been left alone and I've been abandoned. I'm alone. I've been left alone, and I believe I deserve justice for being left alone. Oh, honey, really, honey. It's the best, I can only say really the best thing you can do in your whole freaking life is become so secure within yourself that it doesn't even matter who leaves, who walks out. You know you got yourself. You know you got yourself. You know you're going to make it. You know you haven't been abandoned. You know that something might have just walked out of your life that wasn't meant for you, and that God has got you. God, I mean, this is someone, they need faith, honestly. I feel like this kind of person, they need more faith. They need way more, they need to talk to God. They need to build a connection to God, because, you know, when you have that connection to God, you know that things that are meant for you stay, and things that are not meant for you, they will inevitably leave your life at some point. Even if you desperately try to hold on, it will still slip through your grasp. And it's better to accept that it wasn't for your highest good and let it go, than to spend all of your life feeling angry and bitter on the inside because something left that was not supposed to stay in the first place. It was supposed to show you something about this wound that you have with codependency and abandonment. Okay, so I don't know who this message is for. So what's the 2 of Wands? Lovers. A choice someone made in a relationship. Something that was communicated here. So someone communicated something about a choice they're making. And this person did not accept that there was an ending. They don't want the ending because they don't want the new beginning. Because the new beginning would mean that they're on their own. And that is like a fear of being alone. Because it's triggering, I really feel with this person, it's triggering something from the past, some sort of trauma where they felt like they were alone in the world, like there was no one there for them. They're all alone now. That's why they don't want a new beginning. They're really pushing against it because they don't want to ever feel that way again. When they met someone here, they used this person as a crutch and as a placeholder so that they wouldn't have to feel that pain of I'm alone in this world. Now that someone has left, they don't want to feel that. It's like they're really pushing against this new beginning because it would mean I'm alone. I would have to face this, that I'm alone. I would have to do it by myself. I would have to get secure in myself. I would have to accept that there's no one that is coming to save me. And for this person in particular, I feel like it is very hard accepting that they have to do it by themselves. No one is coming to save you, okay? And sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. Yeah, so something happened suddenly, shockingly. I feel like it's when someone walked away. And it's because this is why this person never got closure. Okay, this person never got closure from this breakup, because closure means facing their wound of abandonment. And that wound is so painful. That idea of being alone, the idea of feeling like there's no one there to call for help, no one there to help them when they need something, no one there to turn to when they're sad. That is something like this person, it could have even been like in very young years, the death of a parent is that kind of a trauma where you're left feeling so alone in the world, and then they fill it with someone else, and they cannot accept when people want to walk away, because if they do, they have to face that feeling again. They have to face the feeling of, I'm alone now. Now I don't have anyone to call. Now I won't have anyone to help me. I can't do this by myself. I never wanted to feel this way again. I never wanted to feel alone and abandoned again. And now they have to, and they don't want to. They literally do not want to. Okay, and they want justice now for this feeling, which means that someone here is still alive, and they want this person to basically pay, or they want someone to pay for re-emerging this trigger, this trauma in them of feeling abandoned and alone. It's really hard for them to process this, and they probably avoided this until the last possible moment where they had to accept something, because it's just too painful. It's something that's so deeply ingrained in them. It's not just from one relationship. This behavior pattern, it's something that they've been dealing with probably for a very long time, where they don't want to have to face that part of themselves, okay? So this could be someone that gets into relationships very quickly. They jump from relationship to relationship. They're always dating. They always need to find someone new because they're looking for someone to fill this void. They don't want to feel alone. They don't want to feel like they don't have anyone to call, okay? Yeah, so what's the Five of Pentacles? The Seven, they're fighting against it so hard. This person is fighting themselves. I honestly feel like the Seven of Wands is this person fighting themselves. They are fighting desperately themselves. And on the outside, it could appear like they are fighting someone else. But when we look at it from like what's going on within them, it's really them fighting against this wound of feeling abandoned, alone, lonely, left out, nothing, in lack. You know, everybody has more than me. I have nothing. I have no one. Everybody has more than what I have in my life. Like I'm alone and lonely. They're fighting against like their own victim mentality. Like I'm sorry to put it this way, but that's kind of what it is, man. Is louder than logic. Okay, this hurt inner child is louder than all logic. And if they're fighting against you and fighting against someone, it could appear that way, but in reality, they're fighting against this feeling. They're trying so desperately hard to avoid feeling this. Okay? Because it would take so much strength to have a new beginning. And I don't think this person is that strong. Not right now. Not right now. Okay, maybe if they worked on themselves in the future and they really took time, it might take a couple years. Right now, I don't think they're that strong. I don't. Okay, they're confused. So what are they confused about? The Ten of Pentacles. What it means to be stable, family, generational wealth, money. Man, okay. What are they so confused about here? Temperance, healing. Where do I start with healing? Temperance is healing. Man, I feel like with this person, like the divine God is really trying to take their hand, but they're not taking it. I feel like God or their ancestor, I mean, it could even be if this person has a passed over ancestor, It could even be that passed over ancestor that wants to take their hand. The 10 of Pentacles and Temperance, it's like they want to, but you have to ask them. Like, you have to actually talk to them, okay? You have to reach out and ask for help. You have to ask for guidance. You have to ask for help from your ancestors, from this legacy, okay? It's like they want to help through someone, and even in that, it's like if they were to realize that their ancestors are around them and they can talk to them and they're there, and they start picking up on the signs that they've been heard, that's another way that they will know that they're never going to be alone. They're never going to be alone. Their ancestors are here. Okay? And I feel like for someone specific, it's even someone that is passed over, someone that passed away. That person is here with them, with this Queen of Wands. They're here. And they're just waiting on this person to stop fighting themselves, because they're not alone. They're never alone. Okay? Spirit wants this person to find their strength so that they can have a new beginning. But it's only going to get there if they actually go through it. Like, go through building the strength of telling yourself, like, you know what? If I got myself, I'm not alone. And maybe someone here needs to talk to their inner child. Okay? Like, talk to your inner child. Talk to yourself and say, I am here. If no one else is here, I am here. Okay? Because it's a part of life. It just is. It just is. Even if it hurts, it is. Okay? So what else for the collective here? Yeah, the World and the Hanged Man. There's definitely something that needs... This person needs closure. They really need to accept an ending. They need to. And that's when their wheel of fortune will change. That's when everything will change. Their destiny will change. First, they have to find closure. Like, they have to accept endings. They have to learn to accept endings in their life, and that an ending does not mean you're being abandoned or you're being left alone. An ending is just an ending, and it's chapters in life. It happens, okay? This person needs to see endings from a different perspective. They need to be able to find closure. This is someone that wants things to be permanent, desperately, like forever, but it's just not. Nothing is permanent. Nothing. Not even the trees outside. Like, nothing is permanent. Okay? They have to see, of course, it's really unsettling them. Yeah, I know. It's like, it's really getting the best of them. I can tell. Okay? It's really hard for them to find peace through this. 9 of Swords and 2 of Swords. Oh my God. Mentally, it's a nightmare. Mentally, for this person, it's a nightmare. Like, they could be struggling with a lot of anxiety, lots of fears, not knowing what to do, no clarity. They don't know. They're very stressed out mentally. Mentally very stressed out. Yeah, 3 of Swords, heartbroken, a lot of mental stress because of the past. 6 of Cups. They need, whoever this person is, they really need to look at this wound from the past. And that this is where it started, okay? Because like I said, this person is not, they think that they are, they think that they're hurt over a breakup, but they're not. What they're hurt about is this feeling of feeling left out and abandoned and left behind and left alone. That's what's actually hurting them. And it's coming from their past and something that they felt in the past and what they thought this relationship was replacing, which was this pain. They thought in the past, when they felt alone, left out, abandoned, like they have no one, that this relationship was filling that crack up in their heart. And now that it's gone, it hurts again. That's where the pain is coming from for this person, and they really need to see that from a different, they need to see it from a different perspective, okay? It's like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, any advice here for the collective when it comes to this situation? They don't have clarity. It's like they're lying to themselves, man. feel like this person is lying to themselves about something here. They're lying to themselves about what this relationship is, what it means. I feel like they're lying to themselves by saying, this was true love. This is the love of my life. This is everything I wanted. But in reality, it wasn't. It was never that. It was literally just them trying to find someone that they can latch onto so that they never have to feel alone again. And I feel like there was a lot of red flags along the way, a lot of reasons why they should leave, and they didn't want to. They never found closure. They never wanted to accept the ending. They never wanted to let go. It's like they're lying to themselves about why they're doing this, why they're acting this way, why they're so adamant about holding on to this relationship. They need to look at that. Yeah, they're trapped in their head, man. Mentally, I mean, Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Why does the Ten of Pentacles keep coming out? I mean, what does this have to do with... It's really like they're not seeing even like family correctly. Like, why is family always equaling pentacles for this person? Family equals stability. Family equals money. That's another thing. I'm not going to go in on that one too much because this reading is long, but I can see that this person has some sort of a weird connection from money to family. Now they feel like they're getting left out of something. Ace of Cups, what I say? Love and money, love and family and money is like some weird equation that they have here, okay? The Seven of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, this person is really struggling. They're really, really struggling, man. The Emperor. Ten of Swords. Four of Cups in reverse, the Moon in reverse. Yeah, it's like, that's why they went into this whole mode of like wanting to hurt someone else, wanting to betray someone else, is because they feel like they've been betrayed and discarded. They feel abandoned, betrayed, and discarded, but especially alone, especially. And it's like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's like this person needs to learn how to let go of these feelings, of this grudge, of this resentment, of this feeling of I've been betrayed because I was left alone. Like, that's not the same. I mean, they're equating it that way, but that's not truly what a betrayal is. This person wasn't betrayed because somebody left them, but that's how their spirit is equating it. Like, being abandoned is as bad as feeling like you've been betrayed. So you can only imagine the amount of pain this person went through the first time they lost someone and really felt alone. It felt like they had been betrayed. Maybe even betrayed by God, betrayed by someone, betrayed by the universe. Okay? They felt like something was taken from them. And now, every single time they feel abandoned, they equate it with this feeling of I've been betrayed. This is a betrayal that I was left alone. This is a betrayal that I have to face my abandonment wound. And this is a betrayal. It's not. It's literally just them not being able to cope with that feeling. Okay? They really need to, though. They really need to. They should go to therapy. Yeah, this is someone extremely codependent. Four of Pentacles, extremely codependent. They are codependent on other people for security and stability. And it has something to do with their destiny, okay? Their wheel of karma. That could even be about like a soul lesson that they came in this life to learn. So maybe when they were reincarnated here on this earth, one of their big major soul lessons was to learn, to learn about this codependency, okay? And to grow from it, and to heal it, and to not rely too much on others, and to heal this abandonment wound, right? But it feels like, I don't think they learned. I don't think that they learned what they were supposed to learn, okay? I don't think they have clarity here. The Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Oh man, no, they just really hoped that it would just, to just keep investing and keep going, and all I have to do is just keep investing and keep going, and then someone won't leave me and someone won't go, and I'm never going to be alone, and I'm never going to be abandoned. I mean, this could even be a promise that someone else made to them, right? Like a maternal figure, Queen of Cups, like, oh, I promise I'm never going to leave you. I promise, you know, you're never going to be alone. But that's not the right thing. Page of Cups, children as well. This person could have had children because of this feeling that they have on the inside. Again, 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords at the bottom. Waiting for someone to reach out and apologize. Waiting for someone. This person is just on standby. That is why this Queen of Wands is on standby for someone. Waiting for someone to come back, because that feeling is easier to handle than the wound, than the trigger, than this feeling of betrayal. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to face the feeling. They'd rather stay on standby for the rest of their life and hope that someone doesn't leave them. I mean, that's just a sad way to live, man. That is a sad way to live. They're stuck in it too. 8 of Swords. They're absolutely stuck in it too. They're trapped mentally. They're trapped mentally. They can't face it. It's too painful. I don't think this person is going to learn that lesson. I don't know. I feel like they're not. They're trapped in it mentally. They're trapped in it mentally because they don't want to face, they don't want to go within. So whatever. You can feed a horse, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? That's what they always say. So this Queen of Wands was led to the water. We cannot force the Queen of Wands to drink the water. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.